Hello everybody, we are back here with another video. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at the tropical update of GAEMI here. So basically what's going on, we have almost a major hurricane. I haven't really checked, but we will be checking in this video here of the winds, the radar, the satellite, all that. But this is the looks of the storm, and we have been dealing with an eye trying to develop all day. Got close on clearing out, but then seems like it has collapsed in the last half an hour, where it started to close up just a bit not too long ago. But we still got, once again, very, very strong winds, very slow moving. By all means, this thing is really starting to look like it is stalling. So we're going to have to watch for upwelling with the waters. We're going to have to watch here what is going to happen. From yesterday's, when this was with a lot of wind shear, the wind shear is not really there anymore. There is just a little bit hints of some wind shear on the northern side. You can tell by how it's cut from the northern side, but that's not stopping the storm from strengthening at all. But just look at that. That's just a beast in my mind here. Outer eye wall, inner eye wall, the eye right there. I do think the eye will clear out. There is Taiwan, and from looking at this throughout today, it looks like it just hasn't really moved. It's kind of slowing down even further. I'm a little afraid on what we could happen, because some models do have it moving down maybe to 5 miles an hour, and that will cause devastation across Taiwan here, you guys. So we looked at this morning to now, and this is that satellite imagery here, the downfall of it. But there it is. I mean, to me, this looks like the wobbles. It's just really has slowed down, in my opinion. But we take a look at, we have some live cameras. We got a radar. If we take a look at the latest radar on this, and I mean, let this just load. There it is, 2:10 o'clock. There it is. I mean, to me, this looks like an absolute monster, you guys. Absolute monster. And it's awakes. There is the storm. There is Taiwan. And there's the radar. We got multiple banding features. We definitely got these. Let me turn this to a different color. We got many bands now infecting Taiwan here. We got pretty long ways to go before this actually does make a landfall for how small the core is. There's the eye. I mean, you could tell we have an inner eye wall right here. We could be having an eye wall replacement. Wouldn't be surprised. But then you could tell we have like another one out here, the outer eye wall. But even further out that way, you kind of see even another replacement of an eye wall on the thirder. And then you could tell we have that big arching band of deep thunderstorm convection wrapping around the core. So to me, this looks like definitely a very healthy hurricane. A lot of rain, and with it moving slower and slower, it begs to question what's going to happen when it gets closer to the islands, where it's expected to even slow even further. But right now, most of Taiwan dealing with just heavy bands of rain and tropical storm force winds. And even after this makes landfall, this is still going to be causing major impacts. So we're going to just continue to look at the radar throughout today. I'll probably be making shorts on it. But we take a look. I do not know if this has updated, but let this just load in and see. So this was at, let's go into a different view here. Zoom Earth. So we're going to use Zoom Earth because that's usually updated. Sorry, you guys, I'm doing this on the fly, but I forgot to put this in the presentation for today. But let's move all the way over here. Wow. Just look at Zoom Earth is a very good website, by the way. Very good. There it is. We have actually two tropical storms. One's a depression, was a tropical storm. Actually got to a 70-mile-an-hour tropical storm. That's pretty crazy from, wow. But we look at the latest. There is the latest. We are at 110 miles an hour, you guys. 110. That is very crazy. We went from oh wait, this was wait. 105 at 2 a.m. I did not know they updated this at 8 at 110, but either way, it's 110 right now. Expected to become 140 miles an hour and then potentially make a landfall as a 125 major hurricane, you guys. Right now, they have the cone very uncertain. There's actually the latest eye of it. Kind of what I see is the eye has developed on the southern side, so maybe a landfall more on the southern side of the cone. That could wobble north, but we're going to have to watch. But it is expected to slow down. I mean, we look at this is Tuesday 8 p.m. and this is Wednesday a.m. So I thought it was supposed to slow, but let's take a look at some of the models on this. Let's not get all worked up over this here. But we take a look and boom. This is the latest thinking with the model of 11 a.m. But it's expected to inch its way closer, become a potential super typhoon according to the HRF with 920 millibars staying that. And then, you know what I mean? The HRF has a very weird thing. And this is what we're going to have to watch. Because we get into this view, and with it moving more of that west, once we enter tomorrow or tonight, 11 p.m., as it inches closer, it kind of makes a jog towards the north. And then after that, it even goes more north, where it kind of does something. So we watch it here, right? Wait, what? Wait. I do not know why I did that. But either way, it slows down pretty much. And you tell it ends west and then it heads north, stays north for a few hours, and then even jumps even more north. Looks like it's actually about to miss the island, but then makes a landfall here. Moves very slow out, and then once again tries and re-strengthen its core before hitting China here. Rides China and then dies once it makes landfall. But what worries me is how slow it moves, and all these wobbles really concern what could be happening within the storm. We take a look at the similar satellite here, and in the next 6 hours, 2 p.m., they do say it's an eye. I don't see an eye. But by 8 p.m., it says it's even a better looking eye, and it looks like it. But see what I mean? It does something weird. It slow. So okay, that's what I'm saying. So it actually looks better on the satellite. So you know it's between 24 north and 23rd latitude at about 122 east. We take a look at next stream. It's still at like 122 east, and now it's more towards the 4th. And then we take a look again. Then it makes landfall all the way up at 25. So it looks like then it makes a turn to the north, then goes back west, and then makes landfall in China. So that's what I'm saying we're going to have to watch, because any little difference with the track could cause even heavier rains, more damaging winds. Maybe the eye wall actually makes landfall. You don't know, you guys. It's one of those things where you're going to have to watch. And if you guys are in Taiwan getting the impacts, you guys should honestly already have everything in place and really buckle down, because what this is showing here on the HRF is just stunning to me. Over 24 inches, pretty much the whole island. You're probably going to look at 2 to 4 feet, maybe even higher. maybe 4 to 6 feet. But even for China, you guys get up to about 1 to 2 feet, maybe even 3 feet. All right. But we're going to have to watch. It's not all locked in yet. But that's what worries me about this system, is how it does these wobbles. And you can actually see that there too. It wobbles to the north. But that does maybe have the stronger winds to the north. Maybe that's why they kept the cone like that, because there's still that uncertainty there. But we take a look at the winds. All right. The winds are crazy. The winds are truly crazy. We go back to the HRF, the closer view of it. We definitely see some strong winds. 171 knots in gusts. That's 185 to 190 miles an hour winds, you guys. But even for the island, we're having hurricane force gusts, hurricane force winds, really making landfall. And when it makes landfall, maybe having 140 miles an hour right into Taiwan. All right. We take a look at another model here. We're not looking at that. We're looking at the halves. Why not look at the halves? This is another model. There it is. Expect to become a potentially Category 5 typhoon. And then it does the same thing that the HRF does. Gets very close, but then rides the coast, then makes a landfall about 12 o'clock tomorrow morning, but it makes landfall on the northern side. So that means if the track does something like this, where it then gets this far and then heads north and then makes a landfall, these areas could be in the impact of the eye wall. Just a constant onshore flow and a constant eye wall slamming the whole coast of Taiwan. All right, that's a possibility. There has been trends to that. I wouldn't be surprised it happens. But there it is. As this thing gets even closer, we see, let's go to the strongest winds. 154 miles. 157, my bad. 157 right there. Knots. That right there is about 175 miles an hour gusts. So, very worrying. Definitely with the, once again, the wall, the outer eye wall, depending how close it gets before it turns north, is going to depend. But on this model, has up to maybe 120 mile an hour wind gusts, beating down on the whole island until it makes a landfall. If that's a little closer, we could have maybe 170 mile an hour wind gusts. So that's what I'm saying. We're going to have to watch. We're going to have to see how this all plays out. We take a look at the GFS model. The latest GFS on GAEMI here of the 12Z. There it is. Wow, look at that. Does something very similar. Either way, it tries to move north, but it definitely stalls. Major hurricane, and boom. The rainfall on this one, too, it doesn't even show. I guess it doesn't, but either way, they're expecting multiple feet of rain, big surf. They do have typhoon warnings. So we're going to have to just bunker down here in Taiwan. You know, my best advice is, if you guys have a break of those bands and there's still some winds, just be careful. But make sure you guys are prepared. Make sure your house is in places you guys are sheltered enough from the wind and water, and you guys are not in low level, because I'm telling you right now, you will be stuck in the hurricane trying to survive if you guys do not take this storm serious. So we're looking at 110, you guys. This is pretty much now a Category 3 hurricane, expected to become a Category 4. Very concerning storm. We're going to have to watch every way through tonight, because if tonight this thing has a full-on eye wall, this could even go through a rapid intensification. I wouldn't be surprised, or it maybe just stays around 110, maybe 120. But I do think it will strengthen to a 140 mile-an-hour storm. See what I mean? This is that latest look at the eye. Not impressed. I mean, looks like it's trying to clear out again. It's trying to clear out again. It's kind of wobbling within itself. Looks like it's going to try and clear itself out again. But we are getting closer to the island. We still got some time, and we're going to have to watch. So, we take a look at a live camera. Let's take a look at this part. This is all in where it should be making a landfall. I made sure I looked at if it was copyright, and I don't see anything with copyright. This is a website, but it might be offline because there's a report it's off. So there it is, the waves coming in. I'm pretty sure this is live. This is at the beach of Taiwan. We're going to have to watch these live cameras. I'm going to leave the link down in the description. There's another camera right here. We have 3 cameras where it should be making landfall. So we're going to have to watch. But right now it's nighttime, alright? Oh, wait, no, that's report offline if it's offline. I see. Or maybe this one is actually offline. Nope. So, there it is. Looks like it is raining. There's no really cars. Power's still on. It's getting windy. Looks like some ponding on the side streets. There's the beach right there with some of the wave caps. We're going to have to watch if this gets flooded here. But we're going to have to watch this whole system. And let's just take a look at one more time at the radar before I close it out here. Let's just re-update that. I mean, from the radar view, this is looking very powerful. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This looks very, very strong. And, oh. Okay, good. So there it is. The eye right there. There's these bands. I mean, some of these bands really dropping heavy rain and strong winds. But there is the eye. I mean, we still got pretty long way to go before it makes landfall. But that's